How's it? Today is Monday, May 11th. It is a Snatch day. It's also the day after Mother's Day, and yesterday was crazy at the restaurant. I did like well over 20,000 steps. I was there from 7:45 in the morning to about 10:20 at night. Most of that time was spent on my feet, and my nutrition was just all bad. So like today was kind of weird. It woke up this morning a little bit later than I wanted to be, and things were a little bit difficult. Power snatches were hard, straight up. They were just hard. I don't know if any amount of good sleep or nutrition would have fixed that, but they they're starting to feel like it's. I mean, I've never been good at power snatch. I've never been good at power clean, but power snatch has been my mortal enemy for a long time, and the little hiatus that I took didn't change that, which is nice to know, I guess. But yeah, the quality of the movement or the quality of the reps today was just really bad. I feel like my overhead position is pretty strong for like these snatch, push, press plus overhead squats. So 3 plus 3 up to 80, which is 5 kilos more than what I did last week, and I feel pretty strong with all of these. I do want to make a mention that my lower back feels pretty not great. Um, and I don't know if that's a function of me being on my feet for so long yesterday, or the general ideas and wish for me to increase my overall steps daily. I don't know. I don't think that that's going to necessarily impact me the way that it does right now, or the way that I'm feeling right now. I don't know if that. Oh man, it's been a long day. I don't think adding extra steps here and there over the entirety of a day is going to necessarily make my lower back hurt more. If anything, I feel like that would probably help it, just so that I have a little bit more movement, a little bit more twisting, and all of these things throughout my trunk. And yeah, I don't know. It just feels weird. As far as these snatches go, I was trying my best to keep that technical cue that I kind of figured out last week, was to push my knees out. And I feel like it does help. But then it gets to a point where I'm thinking too much about that cue and not enough about the rest of how to make the lift successful. So up to 70 today, you'll see a couple reps that look good, and you'll see a lot of reps that look really bad. And I feel like I want to start to do some pulls for my almost smashed my foot there. Um, yeah, I feel like I want to start incorporating some pulls in my weekly training. The reason why I've been staying away from pulls for so long is because my lower back has been giving me a lot of issues, right? And up until the beginning of March, I was slowly getting back to being like a normal functioning weightlifter, with my lower back being kind of like on the mend. Just getting better, and once I got to the point where I felt confident, I would start to do some pulls. And right now, I feel like my lower back is not the best, but I'm clearly lacking on something right now, and a lot of things need to change for me to improve in a meaningful way, right? This is my first set. You saw that first rep was actually pretty good. Second rep was really bad, and third rep was somewhere in between. And you can see it on my face that's like I'm just kind of not happy. I wouldn't say I'm over it, because I still got two more sets left, but just getting through today's session was pretty challenging for like the mental side. Of course, physically it's all been pretty hard lately. But I think mentally there was a lot of moments today where I just kind of wanted to give up, and I didn't. So that's a positive. But like kind of sitting back, and this is my time to debrief my decisions and my choices for my programming. And I think that right now I'm missing that strong sensation or strong pull, like, or I'm missing the feeling that I'm strong off of the ground. And I don't usually feel like I'm strong off of the ground. That's like not something I've been reliant on for all of my weightlifting career. But at 70 kilos, like I weigh more than this, so I feel like I should be able to just rip that off of the ground. And maybe the lack of those pulls, like snatch pulls, clean pulls, heavy deadlifts, has been kind of taking a toll on my overall strength. I mean, clearly it has been taking a toll on my overall strength, but not just the overall strength, but like the overall feeling of strength. Does that make sense? I don't necessarily care about the totality of the weight. I care more so about how I feel when I lift. Like I want to feel like I'm capable. I want to feel like I'm strong. Um, I don't necessarily need to have 120 kilos on the bar and be able to pull that and feel like I'm able to do that. I want to be able to handle 80 kilos, or I guess today was 70. I want to be able to handle 70 kilos like it's very little. Because in the grand scheme of where I've been and how strong I've been in the past, it is very little. So that is something I need to think about and how I'm going to try my best to be smart about adding these in. I need to be very wary about how much volume I'm putting on my lower back, because a lot of these things are kind of endurance based, especially with like my ab exercises, and I think from for the most part it's been helping a lot. So, but yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.